Hey, what's going on, YouTube, Facebook Live? This is your boy Rich Taylor bringing you another iteration of First Appearance Friday. This is episode number 5. It's actually 5.1. Explain that later. Thank you guys for joining. Nobody in the live chat right now, but I'm sure people will trickle in. We have an interesting subject to talk about. Before we get into that, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Double click that notification bell. Make sure it says all, because a lot of people are saying that the notifications aren't hitting their phones or whatever. And if you can share my content and tag SPEC Media with 2 S's, well, man, I will give your secondary market store, your brand, your IG, your Twitter, your TikTok, whatever, as shout outs across my channel, along with my friends and family's channel, Beyond Wednesdays, House of Stein, and shows that we appear on to help you out. That way we can pay it back. So thank you guys. Make sure you leave a comment. I love comments, positive or negative. I'll take them all. All right. Make sure if you guys are flipping comics, or if you're shipping comics, you're using the United States Postal Service, you want to make sure that it gets there on time and all that. But the most important thing is make sure that your collectible literature, floppies, magazine, whatever it is safe and secure. And that is Gemini Comic Mailers. GeminiComicSupply.com. Use the code popcorn99. You'll get 10% off your next purchase. These things are awesome. I just sold a Marvel preview too, the origin of Frank Castle and his first appearance of his wife. Fit right in there. So cool. All right, guys, here is first on the slate. Let me get up in here. Let's see. I'll go over here. So pretty interesting slide here. I thought this was cool. I was messing around on Reddit today. I started a subreddit about 3 or 4 years ago with Tacos and Comics, or Red 5 Comics. We call it New Comic Book Day Spec. Yeah, so original, right? And it's got like 75, 80 people. And I was in there messing around, and somebody dropped this in there. And he's like, man, look at this. This is Disney's way that they're describing Venom in their little thumbnail. It says, this is Disney Plus, the evolution story of Marvel's most what does that say? Enigmatic, complete, and badass character, Venom. I mean, how many times have we heard Disney say arse, ass? That's pretty interesting. I thought that was cool. All right, so we have some news coming from the MCU. But before we get into that, let me go ahead and get into the chat real quick. Southpaw, what's up, man? I put your channel in my communities tab. I couldn't figure out how to do that for so long. I wanted to make sure Brian and Ben and Mel and the people that have shown me support and that I respect and care about are, I'm paying it back. So I put you in there. So hopefully you get some hits on your YouTube or what have you. But thank you. I appreciate that. Right. So let's get back into this. Let's see. Okay, so set photos from Chinatown set of Captain America 4 include a potentially major plot twist. This came out this morning at 10:01 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. And let's go ahead and share the screen. I want you guys to see this real quick here. Where's it at? Bam. There we go. All right. So basically, there's some info coming in. There's this tweet that basically from this guy named Christopher Oquendo, photographer, downtown Atlanta. That's if you guys don't know, Atlanta, Georgia is where like 90% of movies are being filmed in the U.S. right now. It's almost like 95+% of the MCU stuff. But anyways, it says downtown Atlanta transformed into Chinatown for filming of Captain America: New World Order. So here is the let's get these pics up here. All right. as you can see, it has a. I'm going to read the rest of this, but check out the. Let's look at the pic. So this is the set of Captain America 4 in Atlanta. Obviously, they probably rented this part of downtown Atlanta. It looks like it kind of looks like downtown LA actually, without the homeless people. And yeah, it's like kind of like a feng shui. I don't know if that's like properly said. It's just an Asian style, in particular Chinese style surroundings. Let's go into the next one. Here's some interesting little backgrounds and Easter eggs or what have you, which we're going to get to in a second. And here is another photo here, and that's pretty cool. Still, I mean, it's ghost town. It's just a movie set. I like how they did the fake little graffiti right there. And then here is the last one. I believe this is the last one. Peking, New York restaurant. Okay, so that restaurant looks familiar to me. That restaurant was in the Netflix series, I think, the Daredevil Punisher Netflix series. Huh. Interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and let's pull this back up and let me go ahead and read this, because this is pretty damn interesting, guys. So, anyways, getting back into it, as part of Chinatown's set, a restaurant reveals that the scenes being shot on location are set on Canal Street in Chinatown. While it's more likely than it's not an important detail, Canal Street, yeah, has actually been an important location in the pages of Marvel Comics 616 continuity in the past, as the location has served as a hideout for the Hand and the White Dragons, a gang under control of Mr. Negative. So remember when Captain America, I'm not kidding, the last Spider-Man movie was filming, and everybody had the Miles rumors when we saw that truck. It was that truck, and it said Feast F.E.A.S.T. Well, that is a Mr. Sinister owned business. So that got this whole train started with him. Is it Mr. Sinister or is it Mr. Negative? Sorry, Mr. Negative owned business. So that's like his corporation or whatever. Here's Elektra in the comics. Looks like Frank Miller. The addition of either Mr. Negative or the Hand to the film, which is Captain America 4, aka Captain America New World Order, which is already packed full of villains, would be shocking. However, given so little is known about the plot of the film and Marvel Studios' history with mashing up characters, it's not out of the question that the Serpent Society is somehow tied to one or the other. Of course, it's far more likely that it's just a nice touch on a set piece that may not even make the final cut of the film, but it's interesting nonetheless. So yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. So basically what this looks like to me is, what's it saying to me, and based on everything that I've watched, I'm thinking that they're really going to be tying in this Captain America 4, Thunderbolt, Daredevil Born Again, Punisher, these street level characters. I just have this feeling they're going to use the Captain America adaptation characters, and they're going to keep them on the street level characters, and then the powerful characters, Thor and all those people, they're going to be going against the cosmic powerhouses like the Beyonder and Doctor Doom and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. And also, I know I read an article, it wasn't recent, I think it was in like 2021, that Feige said he was excited to tie in the Netflix series into the MCU canon. So, I mean, technically, it kind of is already. We got weird rules with that, which I can explain in another time. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's a great time to be alive right now. I just hope that these movies are better than Phase 4 and series as well. Okay, so we have a new casting as well in Captain America 4. So you guys probably recognize Rosa Salazar from Alita Battle Angel, which I loved. I thought that movie was awesome. I've seen it like 15 times. She's joined the cast of Captain America 4. It's confirmed. Given the spotlight is always shining on the next Marvel Studios project, surprise castings are a rare occurrence. While most lead roles are scooped by trades, even supporting roles are big news and are often leaked by scoopers and or smaller sites and insiders. Captain America New World Order, aka Captain America 4, pulled off that rare feat by casting the members of the villainous Serpent Society in complete secrecy. Had it not been for photographer Christopher Okendo, which we just saw his Twitter earlier, staking out the Brown Airport location for the film, the revelation that WWE star Seth Rollins had been cast as one of the Serpents may have stayed a surprise into the film's 2023 slated release. While Rollins was easily identified, the identity of his female counterpart in the scene, Serpent Society member Diamondback, has remained a mystery until now. So Charles Murphy is saying he this is exclusive from him, can share that Alita Battlestar and Maze Runner actor / actress Rosa Salazar as the actress who joined Rollins on the set as Diamondback. While Salazar's reps did not respond to inquiries about her status on the project, we are confident that she is attached to it. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and continue this. The Serpent Society's role in the film is unclear, but in the comics, as you guys know, they served as an antagonist to the Captain America multiple times. As for Salazar's Diamondback, her history with Captain America is a little more complicated. Though a member of a criminal organization, Diamondback once dated Steve Rogers, so her presence in the film could mean interesting things on a horizon for Sam Wilson. What does that have to do with Sam Will? Okay, this guy is reaching on his theories, but fair enough. She's an awesome actor, and she's hot. I'm sorry, I have a huge crush on her, but super talented, very witty, funny. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Hey, what's up, Sith Rule? What's up, man? I owe you a book. Book's coming. I have so much stuff I haven't sent out, but it's coming, guys. I swear. There's giveaways I still owe you guys from the last 2 to 4 months. It's coming. I swear, my God. My life. I got it wrapped. It's just I got these deadlines. So hang in there, guys. All right. So let's move on. Because we got some really cool spec. I spent a lot of time putting this together for you guys because I like doing this. I think this is super fun. And I wish more channels would do this. I know a few did. Lords of Longbox was one of the originals that got into this stuff, and Brian does it, and a few of our friends, Mel and stuff like that, on Instruct Chat. But anyways, so going back into this, into that article. That article is alluded from the May 16th article that Charles Murphy dropped on his site, Murphy's Multiverse, about the WWE's that WWE what's her name, Shura Hawes, or what's her name, Seth Rollins, sorry, his name, Seth Rollins. He is in the movie. That was from the 16th of May. He is the Serpent Society, the main Serpent Society person, I believe. Yeah, I gotta read some more. The Serpent Society is kind of all over the place too. I'm really hoping that Sinister, not Sinister, but Sister Sen or Sen is going to be showing up, because she has a really long history with Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson collectively. At first she was Madam Hydra for a little bit. I think she was like Madam Viper. I think like her first was like 290. She's the daughter of Red Skull, and then she turns into Sin later in the modern comics, and she joins the sisters, the Sin Sisters or something like that. It's just a really cool villain, especially for a female character. Okay, so this is Rachel Layton from the 616, aka Diamondback. So this is the character that Charles Murphy is claiming is confirmed, that the Alita actress, what's her name, whatever her name is, the Alita actress is playing. So this is who Charles Murphy is saying that is confirmed. Okay, take that with a grain of salt. Take it, run to this eBay. I don't care what you guys do. This came from him. All right. So this is your first appearance of the Serpent Society. This is Captain America 310. This is a 65-cent book. These 60 comics weren't 65 cents for very long, I don't think, until they went to 75. But there are Mark Jewelers, and if there's not a Mark Jewelers, it will be a National Diamonds insert available. All right, Halle Berry sparks X-Men return speculation with new photo, guys. All right, so let's get into this right now. I went bonkers when I saw this, guys. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and share this tab. Check this out. So she tweets this, and I don't know if she put it on her IG, but this is on the 24th. Today's the 26th. Shout out to Razor Rob McCullough. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, brother. I love you. And we'll be catching up soon. I believe he's 46 like me too. Anyways, so she tweets this on the 24th, and she puts, Halle Berry, patience takes practice. Look at her hair, guys. Okay. There is no way Halle Berry is going to wear that hair ever, unless A, she's completely pulling our chains and pulling a quick one on us, or B, something's going on with Storm and Halle Berry playing it. But let me go ahead and go over the article real quick. So Halle Berry teasing X-Men comeback, former Storm actress for the Fox version of Storm. Halle Berry sparked speculation about a potential return to her X-Men role thanks to a new picture she posted to Twitter. Holding her cat in one arm, Berry boasts a layer of white hair as she gazes into the camera in a candid photo. Okay, that's kind of like pumping it up, right? While it isn't an exact match to the hairstyle she used as Aura Monroe in 4 separate Fox X-Men movies, the similarity in color is too pertinent to ignore. Have to agree. This photo sparked conversation amongst fans on Twitter, hoping to see Berry make her MCU debut as the weather-based, powerful mutant. Wow, that is so cool, man. That is so cool. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt. I mean, come on, it is definitely wishful thinking, but it's like, man, if we can get Storm from the Fox characters and it's Halle Berry, man, I'll be pumped. Hitting up the chat here. Sith Rule, he says, nice. Was in Arizona on Monday. That's literally land on fire. Yeah, my sister lives in Vegas. My dad's actually in Vegas at my nephew's graduation. And then my niece's graduation, I think, is right after that for their master's degree. Southpaw Brad laughed at that. She is ageless. Totally agree. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of words that people say, but when you guys actually show actions and you show your support, it means so much. It just takes me to a whole nother step. And the way I want to treat you guys, it just, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right. Elizabeth Olsen reacts to John Krasinski's rumored replacement for Fantastic Four movie. Okay, so basically what's happening here is that she's being professional, and she's not mad. She's not happy. She's just, kind of just going with it. She's kind of been on a rampage lately. I was going to tell you guys, she's been in the news, in and out, talking about deleted scenes. I don't know what's going on with her, but she's doing a lot more talking than I've ever seen an MCU character, like actor, talk with all these NDAs and stuff. So I don't know if she's going to be hanging around very long. I hope so. I love her. Elizabeth Olsen she's one of my favorites. But yeah, I'm looking for the article, but honestly, it's just basically, she's just neither near nor there. So it's not really that great. Let's get into something else. Elizabeth Olsen learns about Krasinski's rumored replacement, and then goes, Marvel Studios hits pause on Wonder Man. So these two were connected, and this was the third part of the article. So I'm going to read this. This is very important. So check this out, guys. So Marvel Studios hits pause on Wonder Man and Thunderbolt series. This has dropped last night at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Due to the ongoing writer's strike, Marvel Studios has hit pause on the filming for both Thunderbolts and Wonder Man, and this is confirmed. As the writer's strike continues, Hollywood is being forced to hit pause on upcoming projects. Two of the most recent projects impacted by the strike are Marvel Studios' Wonder Man and Thunderbolts, with the former having already begun production and the latter having been readied for a June start. Wonder Man and Thunderbolts Bolts joined Blade as Marvel Studios projects now on hold indefinitely. Wonder Man has no official release window as of yet, but Thunderbolts and Blade are tentatively slated for like midsummer 2024. They have a soft date of July 26, 2024 and September 6, 2024, but take that with a grain of salt. I say that's very tentative. I would say probably, just say after summer and into Thanksgiving probably, but who knows? Maybe this writer strike will be over and it'll get back to it. But let me go ahead and continue. It would seem that the strike continued through the summer, and perhaps beyond that meeting, those release dates would begin to become unrealistic for Marvel Studios due to this writer's strike and so many projects being pushed back. As it currently stands, productions for Agatha, Coven of Chaos, D+ series, Captain America 4, Daredevil, Born Again, and the third Deadpool film are still up and running. While principal photography on Catherine Hahn's Agatha Harkness spinoff is coming to a close, the Deadpool and Wolverine team-up is just getting underway in the UK. It's unknown how the strike might impact additional photography and or reshoots, which are built-in part of every Marvel Studios, aka MCU, production. So yeah, we covered that on, what was it? It was like Mystery Box Monday, Hump Day Heroes or something. But remember, oh hey, what's up, Ronnie? Thank you. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Remember, we talked about that, right? So we talked about the Deadpool 3 movie is now on a working title called Tidal Wave, and that is the new subtitle. It's not set in stone, but they're working off that. The source material that Tidal Wave connects to is that Tidal Wave. What's his name? Magneto run. I think it was like 2008 to 2010, I believe. But yeah, I mean, so there's probably going to be really good source material in that area. I'm already dot connecting and I'm going to be sifting out those books. So we'll do a segment on MCM probably tomorrow or next week, and I'll give you guys the books if you guys are interested in that. Okay. All right, this one's cool, man. I'm really glad we got into this one. So, the Rings of Power star in talks for multiple Marvel roles. Oh, baby. Here we go. One of Rings of Power actor revealed that he is in contact with Marvel Studios daily about multiple potential roles, in particular one. As the MCU evolves in the multiverse saga, Marvel Studios has been reaching out to several notable actors to expand its roster of heroes and villains. The Mandalorian and Breaking Bad actor Giancarlo Esposito confirmed that he had talks with Marvel Studios about taking a role in the Loki series, but decided to hold out for a film role instead. Kingsman star Taron Egerton, who I thought was going to be Wolverine, but anyways, also shared that he met with Marvel Studios recently, including their executives, but he didn't specify if he's up for a role or if he even wants to do one within the MCU. Meanwhile, Thomas Hayden Church, who returned as Sandman in Spider-Man No Way Home, pointed out that he had talks with Marvel Studios about the possibility of the villain returning in the future. Honestly, I could do without Sandman, guys, but I mean, if you're sitting on those books, I hope he comes for you. Rings of Power actor reveals Marvel talks. All right. So speaking with Variety. So this is from a trade, guys. This is not from a scooper site. This is from a trade. This is actually from like a legitimate source, news source. Variety. Rings of Power actor Ismael Cruz Cordova shared that he has a, quote, very good relationship, end quote, with Marvel Studios, casting directors, and executives collectively and respectively, noting that Marvel Studios already reached out to him multiple times about different projects. Interestingly, Cordova confirmed that he was in the running to play Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but Will Poulter landed the role instead. He went on and said, quote, "I really wanted that one, but Will looks amazing doing it, so I'm not mad." Talking about Adam Warlock in Volume 3. Continuing, but that was a hard one because I love that whole storyline, end quote. Oh, I love that. So he reads the comics, he reads the source material. Let's get into this. In Prime Video's Rings of Power, the 36-year-old Puerto Rican actor portrays Sylvan F. Orander. Sorry, I'm not a Hobbit Lord of the Rings guy. I apologize. I want to get into it, but I just haven't had time. The actor's other roles include The Mandalorian, The Undoing, and Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. Now, who will Ismael Cruz Cordova play in the MCU? The fact that Ismael Cruz Cordova is in talks for different roles in the MCU and the multiple phases forthwith suggests that the actor's immense talent has caught the eye of the MCU and its executives collectively. It remains to be seen which character the Rings of Power actor will portray in the ever-expanding MCU, but it's possible that Cordova could end up portraying one of the members of the X-Men in the MCU, or a cosmic character like Silver Surfer, since he was already in the running for Adam Warlock in Volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy. While his age, a ripe 36 years old, is not ideal for someone like Miles Morales, Cordova previously told Yahoo in September of 2022 that his dream Marvel role is to portray Hector Ayala, aka White Tiger, pointing out that he loves, quote, characters that are improbable heroes, end quote. Love this guy. He went on and alluded to that and said, quote, "I love characters that are improbable heroes, that are people that have got the worst deck dealt. That is my story. And I find that it is many of our stories. And life is not just this little journey of redemption. How many of us were bullied? How many of us were poor? How many of us are castaways or were castaways? How many of our of our identities were something that you couldn't be? A lot of us got cards that were a bad deck," end quote. Wow, that's deep, man. Well said. In Marvel Comics, Hector Ayala is the first White Tiger, as you guys know, before passing on the moniker to his daughter, Ava. The character's powers include feline-like abilities, blah, 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 blah. All right, so, yeah, that's pretty cool, but here's my guy right here, right? This is who I'm thinking right here, baby. And now, I mean, it's just a coincidence that he's African American and Latin. Okay, it's just a coincidence. But honestly, when I think of Donald Brazier, I think of that guy's face. I think of his face, his eyes. Like that's what I think, with like a salt and pepper beard. Like that's what I think of Brazier, Donald Brazier, Adam Brazier, Donald Brazier. He used to be a goon for the Vancouver Canucks. But anyways, yeah, for Adam Brazier. So this is your first appearance of Adam Brazier, Blue Marvel. Comic-Con has this book ordered by retailers, Diamond Solicits, pre-FOC, just under 20K. But if you guys were watching, what was it? The Wednesday show, the flagship show, Wednesday review on Brian McClay's channel, Beyond Wednesdays, we had some really experienced and seasoned retailers, and they told you they had a pretty much same or parallel opinion about Comic-Con. So yeah, I'm glad we use it as a guesstimation, and those worst case scenario numbers, that 3,000 to 5,000 pad we put on there, that's good. So all right, so this is an interesting book as well. This is a pretty cool cover appearance, and there is a really interesting connection here, and you guys will see here in a sec. But with all these new Avengers coming out, or not a new Avengers, young Avengers coming out and stuff, right? So going into this right here, hang on, sorry, I'm trying to pull this up. Marvel. My notes just went off screen. Okay, so basically what this is right here is this is your first team appearance of Power Man, White Tiger, and Blue Marvel as they join the mighty Avengers. So interesting enough, we're talking about a guy who might be might be casted as White Tiger, and then this book comes up. I just pop it up. I I can't believe it, man. I didn't even read all that article, and here you go. You have a team appearance of White Tiger, Blue Marvel, and Power Man Alvarez joining the Mighty Avengers. If we keep going into that now let's go back and what I was saying, because I kind of skipped ahead about the Young Avengers stuff. So here you go. This is what I was talking about right here. If you're like, what is this guy talking about? So this is Mighty Avengers 8. This is from the 2014 series. Your first appearance of Dr. Pigeron, aka Max Brazier, the son of the Blue Marvel. First cameo appearance of Kevin Brazier, the Blue Marvel's eldest son. So 2 sons are in this book. This is a cameo right here. Okay, that's what a lot of people are saying. I mean, a fandom, I believe, has it as a cameo. Let's get into this one right here. This is your first full appearance of Dr. Positron, aka Max Bergier, the son of Blue Marvel, and then your first full appearance of Kevin Bergier, the Blue Marvel's eldest son. These are 50 cent to $1 books, guys. It's just good to have these, but you want 8 and 9, and I would probably grab that just for the cover art. But yeah, that's these are like 50-cent books, guys. I mean, you cannot lose, and you got some pretty solid first appearances. I mean, they're definitely CDF characters, but I mean, it only takes one rumor or one confirmation, and boom. All right, so let's get back into it. So we have the Ultimates 1, guys. This is from January of 2016. This book was actually released, I think, around Thanksgiving of 2015, but the pull off the shelf date is in 2016. But you have a pretty nice key issue. Shout out to Mighty Mel V. Him and we've been specking on Io and Anika for a long time. But anyways, we have the first team appearance of the Ultimates, and this version is Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Miss America Chavez, Spectrum, and Blue Marvel, Adam Brashear. First appearance of Io, of course, member of Dora Milaje, who's Anika's better half. And then I also threw this one in here. I mean, this is another 25-cent book. It's not really a big key, but it's the first team appearance of Avengers World. It's basically it's the first time, I believe, in the 616 that that Bergier, Blue Marvel, actually is leading the Avengers. So in the 616, he leads the Avengers in the Ultimate Universe, which is 1610, and I believe in another universe, but I don't think he does in the 616. So just want to let you guys know. All right. Amazon Spider-Verse live action TV shows Silk, Spider-Man, and War Origin series. Development has paused on a number of features too. So let me go ahead. It kind of sounds like convoluted of what I had there. Let's go ahead and get into this right here. So basically what they're saying is, this is from the Hollywood Reporter, and this is from the 25th. So this is from yesterday. It's 12:30 in the morning, and Phil Lord and Chris Miller are sure that something is wrong. They're just 2.5 weeks out from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, aka Into the Spider-Verse 2, hitting theaters, and they're holed up on a mixing stage at Sony Pictures Animation in Culver City, which is about 35 minutes from me with light traffic. It's about 27 miles north. They are nearing the end of the 5-year marathon of making this follow-up to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Sony animation film. And now, after so many challenges, 6 different animation styles, years of rewrites, with every change creating ripple effects that can mean weeks of more work for animators, it's the sound of a watch that is bugging them. A character presses a button on the watch and hears an error sound, a very minor moment in the hugely complex world of the Spider-Verse, but Lord and Miller can't move past it. They try version after version, from serious to comical. Finally, they land on a sound that can't be described, but they both felt it. It works. They went on and said, quote, "There are a lot of silly things that matter in this movie." Lord 47 says, especially of the late nights that they've been pulling. So going back into this, they're basically saying that, let's see here. So Silk is confirmed. Okay. the Spider-Man Noir. It's not a Spider-Man. Okay, according to this is from the Hollywood Reporter. It's not a Spider-Man Noir movie. It's an origin, so it's probably going to be like it's like an origin story of Spider-Man Noir. So it's probably going to be some kind of like spinoff, I'm guessing. But we're going to talk about that in a second. But anyways, so yeah, so they're saying that right now. Where is it at? Right here, Silk and the Spider-Man Noir spin-off series with Sony Pictures is on hold for now. So yeah, so we haven't heard anything about Silk for a long time, but yeah, this just came out of the Hollywood Reporter. At least we're hearing something and it's happening. Amazon owns, I believe, MGM Plus now, which used to be Epix, and I think Silk's going to show up there. I don't know where the Spider-Man Noir one is, but that's interesting. So here is, let's get back into Spider-Man Noir. This is Spider-Man Noir. This is issue number 1 from 2008. This is cover A. This is first appearance, first cover. This is the variant, which I think is super underpriced. I mean, it's like half the price. I mean, I don't know now. I haven't checked lately, but I know when 2021, when prices were pretty decent, this was about, now I wouldn't say half, but I'd say probably about, I don't know, maybe 25% less than cover A. And I really like this one. Also, in the way that the printer printed this, the Spider-Man Noir on the cover, it almost has this like reddish kind of like, I don't know. It's like, you know how printers like mix up colors and stuff. It has this reddish tint. And I remember the first 2 copies I got, I was like, oh my God, these are damaged. And I almost went in with my eraser to clean it, but I'm like, oh wait, that's the art, that's the effect. So anyways, yeah. And then there's also newsstand editions. Very rare, hard to find. This is Spider-Man Noir number 1. This is from the I believe this is from the 2019 series. This is the 1 in 50. This is Spider-Man Noir number 2. These are low print run books. There's a misconception in this book. It's a D, C, D, F level character, but there is a character from the Dora Milaje that shows up in here. Her name is Huri, but she doesn't show up in this book. She shows up in issue 4. Her alter ego is actually Harry Charles, a pilot. It's a woman, but I believe she's trying to disguise as a man, I think, or maybe just non-binary, I guess. I guess that's how you put it. But yeah, so he's Huri, who's Henry Charles, is a pilot, and it's just like it's kind of like a I don't know, just flying Spider-Man Noir around, and they're going through the multiverse, Spider-Verse, and they're killing Nazis, and all this crazy stuff is happening. Well, then when you get into, this is the 1 in 25. I love this book too. And then this is the 1 in 25 for issue 3. Love that book. You get into this one, issue 4. This is when Charles, it's either Harry Charles or Henry Charles, I can't remember, but the alter ego comes through, and that's when you get to first appearance of Huri. That's HU-RI, and I think it's like Earth 87. I want to say like 77. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember, but yeah, I got it down. Low program books, guys. There's not a lot of these out there. Now, I like this cover a lot. This cover was on the Hot 10 twice when I first joined in 2020. I like this cover a lot, and it's amazing that Marvel with the flash from the guns, the flash, the muzzle flash, that they put that on there so bright. I really like this cover. Here is, we were talking about Silk, so here's a couple books I think that are way down, like we always say, buy the dip, you know. This is Silk number 1. This is the second print. I love the blue on there. I really like Silk with red and yellow, but and white as well, like, you know, but this blue looks really good. I like it. Here is a really cool, beautiful variant with Silk. I believe this is an incentive variant. Let me go ahead and get this out here. I have it right here. Okay, so I don't own this book. Most of these books I don't own, but these are books I honestly, guys, I'm not the kind of person that goes, well, you're an idiot because you told everybody you didn't buy it. Dude, I have so many books. I've flipped so many books. I've bought, invested, I've lost. I have a ton of books that I totally kicked dust on. I've had a lot of books that I've scored big on, and I'd rather just talk about this stuff than go out and buy it. So I don't own pretty much all these books, but I just want you guys to know these are out there. That's why I'm putting them out there. Okay. All right. So let's go back in this. So Silk, this is, let's see here. Sorry, guys. Pulling it up. Not the first appearance, as you guys know. The first appearance is in Amazing Spider-Man #1, a cameo, I believe, of her leg or something. And then there's also a couple cameos through 2 and 3 where she's like messing around with her Spidey powers. Issue 4 of that 2014 series with the original Sin on the cover. That's her first full appearance. She's on the cover of the 1 in 10, but you can't really tell because it's kind of like a, like the way that I think Ramos did that cover, right? The way that he wound the web around her is kind of hard to tell. I know a lot of people are saying ASM 5 her second appearance and first cover appearance. No, it's not her first cover. Her first cover is actually on 4 and the 1 in 10. But yeah, she is on the ASM 5. But yeah, let's get into this variant real quick here. I'm pulling it up. Okay, so this is the 1 in 25 Stacey Lee. Wow, I can't believe it's not showing up. I must have put black on black. Yeah, Stacey Lee. That's what I thought. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, either I haven't seen this or I don't remember. And that would be because this is right when I got back into comics. So I was trying to buy every variant. Like, I was an idiot. What's up, Mac? Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Blood Sausage, Mac Tyson. He says, yo, what's up, good peeps? Thank you very much. All right, let's move on. These books are down, guys, way down. These books in 2020, well, let's not say 2020. These books in 2021, I'm talking like through summer, going into Halloween, Thanksgiving. These books were 2, 3, 4 times what they're selling for now. So great time to buy. You can get a really good deal. But anyways, I like this book right here. This Silk variant. This is what Silk. Let's check it out here. I have it written down. Fortunately, I don't have my notes here, but let's see here. If you guys in the live chat, you want to chime in, you're more than welcome to. I do not own this book, so I'm kind of a clown in that aspect, but let me pull up the variant list for Silk. I had it right here. Silk. Okay, what do I got? All right, 2015. Okay, so this is the W. Scott Forbes 1 in 25. Wow, I really like that. Really like that. I want that book, so I'm gonna be hunting that book, and I know we can get it for a good price. I guarantee you, it's tough. Tough and high grade, tough to find. I mean, a second issue of Silk in 2015, 1 in 25 when they were doing 1 in 15s and 1 in 20s then. I mean, it's tough to find, tough and high grade with all that yellow. So put that one on your list. That's what's his name? W. Scott Forbes, 1 in 25 for Silk 2. This is one I had 4 copies of this at one time. Now I own none, and I'm so mad. And I sold them all raw between 75 and like 125, and I got them all for like really cheap. But anyways, this is Silk #7. This is the manga variant. Okay, this is not an incentive, guys. This is a Guri Hyro cover. This is a retailer unlock variant, or speculators like to call them, speculator content creators call it percentile qualifiers. That's a spec term. So comic shops qualified to order this variant after matching the quantities of copies ordered for Silk #4 open to order covers. So however you want to chop that up and try to dissect it, there's just not a lot of these out there, and they're tough and high grade. I don't know why. I mean, that the colors aren't so bad, but every single one I had to press the shit out of it. Lucky I had no color breakers, but yeah. All right, here is Silk #3. Let me see here. I have this one right here. Where's he at? Okay, this is #3. Okay, so this is the J. Scott Campbell 1 in 25. I knew it was Campbell, but I just didn't know if it was a 1 in 25 or 1 in 20. From March 2016. Yeah, I mean, this was a $60 to $100 book, like, for a long time. I mean, check eBay. I mean, I check Mercari, check Amazon, check your stores. I mean, if you go to the store, it's probably going to be on the wall unless you have a half price books or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I've seen people are just making stupid decisions on eBay selling stuff. I mean, I had to take a couple hits recently on a couple books that I mistakenly signed up for an auction. I should have never done that, but I don't know. I was just trying to like, you know, give my store variety, have like, you know, a category for 10-day auctions starting in 7-day auctions or whatever. Well, I took some hits. But I'm not making dumb decisions. That was more like a bonehead move. I could have done better. People are desperate right now, and you guys can get some really, really good deals. But unfortunately, there are a few of the people are tanking our books. So, and cards as well. But that's a whole nother situation. I do not like these stupid cosplay covers, but this cosplay cover rocks. This is so phenomenal. I love this. This is the Silk number 12. This is the cosplay edition variant. It's a 1 in 15. Very cool. Very cool. And then, of course, to round it out, we have Silk number 14. This is the 1 in 25 Todd Knock from, and I believe this is last issue too. This is like a big book. This book was like almost 250 to 350 at one time raw. But I wonder, check the secondary market, see if you can get this for 100 or under. I'm telling you, great time. Of course, you know this one. This came out recently. I believe this is the 1 in 100 for Silk number 1. I like this one. This is for Silk number 1, but this is the second print, 1 in 25. I like this one a lot. No, it's not Momoko. We all know this one is how Besh kind of like just, I mean, she was always here, but this is kind of how she got really big. This is the Silk 2 Rose Besh 1 in 25. This book bottom out, totally tanked. Love this book. I think it has mass profit margin upside, especially if she shows up and she's wearing like J's or any of this. I mean, these books would just love this book. The red with the red in the eyes. I believe this is this Frizen or Bartel, guys? I can't remember, but this is also a 1 in 25 for issue 4. Love this cover. The reds just go so well, and with the red in her eyes makes it better when her upside down. I love it. Of course, this one is hit or miss. I like it. I think it's really good. It just gives me kind of a manga variant, but it's not a manga variant. This is a 1 in 25 as well for Silk 5. Love it. It's also very cheap, and it also was on the Hot 10. It was a very expensive book. It was like 50 plus. Now it's super cheap. All right, we're going to get into this. Thank you, Enviro Earth, for joining. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Okay, so we're going to get into this because I know you guys have been seeing my thumbnail going, what the hell is he talking about, man? He's making shit up. All right. Yeah. All right, so this is where we're going with this. We're just going to have fun because it's first appearance Friday, and it is confirmed. Robert Downey Jr. was in talks with the Fantastic Four MCU for Doctor Doom in 2008. So before Tony Stark, but it was 2008. But yeah, he was the number 1 role. He was the lead go-getter for Victor Von Doom, and he ended up taking the Tony Stark role. Well, there are so many connections with Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark in the comics. And let's get into this right now, guys. So here you go. You have the first appearance and origin of Doctor Doom. Of course, this is Fantastic Four 5. Let me go back. That's kind of the splash page. It says Fantastic Four and Prisoners of Doctor Doom. The Fantastic Four. I love that. I don't like how he's drawn right there, but it's pretty cool. All right, so this is Fantastic Four issue number 6 is your second appearance of Doctor Doom, second appearance of Namor the Submariner in the Silver Age, and it's also your first team-up of 2 supervillains in the Marvel Universe, Doctor Doom and Submariner. But I wouldn't really call him a villain. He was more like an anti-hero, right? I don't know. This is FF or AKA Fantastic Four 10, third appearance of Doctor Doom. He's also on the cover. Jack Kirby is confronted by Doctor Doom, who demands he lure Reed Richards into a trap. So so you see can you see on the bottom that's like Stan Lee, and then there's like Jack Kirby. They're like talking to each other. It's kind of like a Scotty Young variant, right? Hey, what up, John? I was just thinking about you. I was like, man, I hope he stops by. I need to call you. We need to talk. I got some ideas. Thank you for joining, guys. I don't care if you have kids, especially, and you want to get them into comics. You need to sub the John's Comics with Kids YouTube channel. He's one of the first YouTube channels I started watching when I got back into comics. He was small then. He wasn't even he had any. I mean, he only had like a few hundred subscribers. I believe Comic Core would just like jumped on the scene, and he was like the main guy or whatever. And then I mean, he's from my area. He does comic unboxings, hauls, speculation once in a while. Saturdays he does kids stuff. Awesome. Thank you, John, for joining. Southpaw Brad says, I think he made the right choice. All right. I agree. Rad Hope. Okay. Thank you. Ronnie says, Richie going on drama alert. I was so excited thinking your thumbnail was real. Girl. It is real, bro. I don't know what that means, but it is real. But you gotta stick around and see where we go with it. John's Comics Kid says, thanks, buddy. We will be chatting about Ted Lasso and framing comic memorabilia Saturday morning. Wolves One fan, thank you. What up, doll? I love your new channel. You always got good info. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining. And awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you. All right, so let's get back into this. Fantastic Four 10. We went over this. This is on my list. This is a book I've always wanted, just for the near fact that it's an early key appearance of Doctor Doom. He's on the cover, and on top of that, you got Stanley and Kirby over there going back and forth. So I think that's so cool. This is Fantastic Four 16. This is the fourth early appearance of Doctor Doom, third appearance of the Wasp, first appearance of Ant-Man outside of the Tales to Astonish title. Love this cover, classic cover art. I mean, if this book ever popped, I mean, it's a couple bumps on the secondary market from becoming iconic. That cover is just unbelievable. It's not iconic, but I could see it one day being iconic. Here is another early appearance of Doom. I believe this is the fifth appearance. This is ASM number. Is it ASM annual number 5? I can't remember. Maybe it's just ASM 5. Yeah, it's ASM 5 because it's 12 cent. First battle of Spider-Man versus Doctor Doom. Also his fifth full appearance. This one is a sleeper. I think, in my opinion, this is a Fantastic Four annual number 2. You have a really deep and good origin story, backstory of Victor Von Doom, aka Doctor Doom. You also get the first appearance of Boris, who's it's like a confidant and ally of Doctor Doom. And it's also Boris is the father of Victor Von Doom's ex-girlfriend when he was younger. Also, you get a battle. It's a classic battle, not a first battle, but classic battle of Doctor Doom versus Rama Tut. That's pretty cool. Classic cover art right here. This is a cheap book. I don't even think it's a key. I mean, I guess it is because it's artistically classic cover, so I guess it is a key. But yeah, I mean, that is a sick Doom cover. I mean, you could probably get a nice mid like 6.0 and have like me or Joe or Big Leg work on it and get you a nice like 7.5 on there for a really good deal. I think if Doom ever comes, this thing will pop. This is Avengers number 25. This is also a 12-cent Silver Age issue. Enter Doctor Doom. First battle of the Avengers versus Doctor Doom. Very interesting. I wonder if this is the first appearance of Doctor Doom in the Avengers title. Do you guys know in the chat? Let me know. That's I just thought of that. That's probably a good question. This book all of a sudden this cover has all of a sudden become iconic for some reason. I mean, it is well known, but I just feel like it just became iconic over the last like 4 years because it was always just like a classic. What is it? A Ditko Kirby cover? Kirby. is Ditko on this one as well. But there's just always just been like a classic Doom cover, and it was always like mid-grade copies were around $50-$60. Now this book is super expensive, and people are calling it iconic. So this cover, classic cover art. I don't know what's in the guts because I don't own this book, but I'm definitely looking for it. This is Daredevil number 37. Don't look now, but it's Doctor Doom. Classic cover art. Love it. This is Daredevil 38. I had to put this on here as well. Definitely going to be hunting this. Do not own it. Look at that Doom cover. So sick. Man, there are so many good Doom covers. This is Fantastic Four 84. This is another unbelievable Doom cover. This is Marvel Superheroes number 20. This is I believe this is your first solo titled or first solo series. I don't know how that works, but I know this is the first series with Doctor Doom on it. So, I mean, even though it's called Marvel Superheroes number 20, but he's titled on there. So I don't know how it works. But anyways, Marvel Superheroes number 20. I really like this cover, classic cover art. Very cool. This is Fantastic Four, the king size special number 7. Very cool. They're all fighting Doom right there. It's pretty awesome. This is Prince Namor the Submariner. This is issue number 20. Another Doom cover. These are all cheap Doom covers, guys. I really think, I mean, like I said, it's a really good time to buy. So get on those big keys and stuff that you couldn't afford first. But I mean, if you really want dirt cheap, back issue vintage, like silver and early Bronze Age, the Doom covers are the way to go. Silver Surfer covers, Galactus cover, way to go. You cannot lose on those, in my opinion. The market was not going to be like this forever. And you guys know, once news is confirmed and it's out there, these things bump. Once first appearances get out of reach, we go to second appearances, the origins, then we start going to cover art, and then we start going to iconic, classic cover, first battle, and then we go into modern age, first, we want to stay 3 steps ahead of everybody. So get those keys right now because the market's on a dip. But if you got a little extra scratch, this is a nice one. This is Thor number 183. Okay, this is Astonishing Tales number 6. This is their first appearance of Bobby Morse, unnamed, but it's Mockingbird. Battle of Black Panther versus Doctor Doom. Very cool. Look at T'Challa. I love that cover. Look at Victor's eyes. So sick. Almost done here, and we're almost done with this stream as well. But thank you guys for joining. This is Submariner 47. This is the second series. No, I believe it's the first series, but it's into the Bronze Age, so it's 47. Doom versus Namor. They're doing a little bit of hot oil jujitsu. This book is hilarious. I had to freaking tell you guys about this if you didn't know. I know a lot of you guys already know about this, but this is Hero for Hire number 9, guys. This book is so cool. This is when Doctor Doom fights freaking Luke Cage, the Hero for Hire, dude. This is insane. I had no idea that this even existed, and I own every single Hero for Hire first volume. I just never noticed it, I guess. I don't know. It's so many different things, but now I'm in awe of this book, and my copy's a beater. I need a high grade. This is so cool, man. Doctor Doom fighting Luke Cage is hilarious. Look at, and he's like trying to rationalize with him. Yeah. Series that teams up Doctor Doom and Submariner. This is Supervillain Team Up, I believe, number 1. Or is it just Supervillain? Yeah, Supervillain Team Up number 1. Wow, look at that cover. That's cool. Mid Bronze Age, 25 cent. Well, it is mid Bronze Age. All right, so this was important. That's why I put this on here. It's not really a key issue, but it's Doom Quest, the first part of Doom Quest. It's a 2-issue story arc, a miniseries, established Doctor Doom as a major foe of Iron Man Tony Stark, and also one who has many formidable similarities to Tony Stark. Okay, now let's get into this. And then this is the second part, Battle of Iron Man versus Doctor Doom. This is an iconic John Romita Jr. cover. That's Iron Man, I think 150. This is like some cheap 50-cent stuff. First appearances, Doom covers. This thing is classic cover art. Of course, this is somebody on Flipside was calling it iconic. I was like, no, Could be one day though. This is issue 10. Another Doom cover. All right. Now, here we go. Let's get into goods. Now, this is Secret Wars #2. This is your first appearance of Doom as God Emperor Doom, a powerful alternate reality version of Doctor Doom. I believe it's 1610. I believe it's 1610 or 1610. Also, you get the first Bar Sinister. Now, this is the Ribic. Really like it. It's got Captain Britain on there, Mr. Sinister. It's got Thor. Very cool. Very cool. It's got Old Man. It's got what's his name? Old King Thor on there. This is this. I believe this is a second print. No text. There's a third print. I don't like that. This is for a issue 2 as well. I believe this is the Chung cover, connecting cover. I can't remember. There's so many covers. Okay, so God Emperor Doom first appears in issue 2. He's on the cover of one, but we don't know. He's not God Emperor Doom. He's just Doom, in my opinion. Then he's like consoling this character, and then here is him on his throne on Secret Wars #4, and then here's the second print with the no text. And this is 5. I really like this one because it has the 4 different phases of Doom. So it has Doom, and then it has him turning into God Emperor Doom. I thought that was pretty cool. First appearance of Heinzman and Alien. First appearance of Cormorant. This is Fantastic Four 25. This is a 1-in-1. I think it's a 1-in-100, maybe 1-in-200, but I think it's a 1-in-100 Stanley Archer version. And reminds me of God Emperor Doom. Doesn't say, but looks like it. Beyonder, Secret Wars 1. You guys know. Okay, so here is your first physical Beyonder. Okay, just keep this stuff in mind. I'm just kind of brushing through it. Don't worry. We're going to get there. More Doom covers, more Doom covers. Okay, here's your first solo series, actual official solo series of Dr. Doom. Or no, maybe it's not first solo. I don't know if it's first solo, guys. Let me know in the chat. But this is a 2019 series. But there's a second print right here I really like a lot. And it was in the Walmart 3-packs. And it was a $100 book at one time. Now you can get it for like $8. But here, this is what I wanted to tell you. So this is what I wanted to tell you. So that's why I was showing you that Iron Man #50, the 2-part series about how Victor Von Doom finds out that Tony Stark and him have so many similar traits. Their lives run parallel almost. Well, right there, that says Secret Wars 0 free comic book day. Who is that right there in that suit? That's Iron Doom, right? That's Victor Von Doom as Iron Man, right? Isn't that his suit? It looks, gosh darn, it looks really similar. So if that's the case, your first cover, if that really is Iron Doom or Victor Von Doom as Iron Man, in infamous Iron Man 1, especially the Ribic, is not the first cover appearance. It would be this free comic book day version. This came out a few months before. Here is a Midtown exclusive of the same cover. Here is infamous Iron Man #1, your first appearance in the guts, and then also on the cover of Victor Von Doom as Iron Man, aka Iron Doom. Also, you also get your first appearance in partial origin of the AI Tony Stark in this as well. I read this again for the 5th time. Love it. Great story. I actually had the guts all. I put content together. We were gonna go over the story, but I was like, man, this is way too much for these guys. I'm gonna blow these guys' mind. There he is. So right here, guys. So that is him. That is Victor Von Doom in his iron suit. Okay. All right, guys. Now, isn't that the same character? That's the same character, right? Same suit. Looks like it to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm high. There's second print as well. This is the who is this? Is this the what's his name? Mike Mayhew, I believe, or I think it's just an open order. Maybe it could be a 1 in 10. Who knows? But that's Victor Von Doom right there with the Iron Man helmet. That's not Tony Stark. Infamous Iron Man #1. This is the Scotty Young super tough book in high grade. Good luck. So black. And I believe this was a retailer unlock, aka percentile qualifier. I don't think it was open to order, but I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Very cool. Here is the hip hop variant. Look at all the Mark suits are like polishing. Long live Von Doom, infamous Iron Man. That's so cool with the hip hop variant. And here's the Beast. The Beast. This book does not lose its mojo. I mean, we're at the bottom of the ocean in FMV dip on our comics, and this thing is still raw. It's like 100 plus 100 200 plus in high grade, 98 300 250 to 400. I mean, it's crazy. People are crazy about this cover. It's insane. But this is the Esad Ribic incentive cover. Love it. Shout out to Sanctum Sanctorium. They had one for sale recently. I grabbed it. It was like $69 or whatever. But hopefully it's good. I'm going to press it, send it to CJC. I'm going to keep it in my PC, not selling it. All right. So I put this one in here. This is a What If Iron Man Demon in an Armor #1. This is your first appearance of, not in continuity, but the first appearance of if Tony Stark was Dr. Doom, I believe. I think that's how it works. So let me check that again. So it's what if Iron Man, what did I say? Demon in an Armor. Okay. Let's check this out. I didn't know about this. I wasn't around probably when everybody was arguing about it in 2015 or 16, but I was into girls and sports and stuff. But so this is your first and only known appearance of Tony Stark / Dr. Victor Von Doom. So this is a little interesting book here. Look at this. What if Iron Man Demon in an Armor instead of Demon in the Bottle? #1. This is a floppy. It's not some prestige book, children's hardcover book that I'm trying to say it's, prestige or whatever. No, it's a comic book, it's a floppy. Howard Stark is a different version. I believe the reality is like Earth. It's like 11079, maybe 11029, 11029, Earth 11029. Yeah. So pretty cool, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. Everybody's all, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Here he is right here. I think that's so cool. It's so funny. Kind of like Jack Kirby-ish drawing. Make sure you use Popcorn 99 and you'll get 10% off your next Gemini order. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to hit the chat one more time, and then I got to see if we're going to do Hot 10 tonight. I'm not sure. It's not looking too good because Ben had to go to the hospital. He's got some issues. I don't know if he had the issues or somebody close to him, but he had to go to the hospital. So make sure you guys prayers up for Ben Stein. He's my bro. He's one of my best friends. I look up to the guy, and he's just a good dude. He's a good overall dude, and I hope he's okay. So we don't know if we're going to do the Hot 10 tonight, but we'll let you know. Me and Brian are trying to salvage some Buy the Dip and almost 10, but we'll see. We'll see if he's doing okay. Just stay tuned. John's Comics Kid says, thanks, buddy. We will be chatting. Oh, yeah, we talked about that. Okay, cool. I'm glad. Ronnie says, I meant current times. Gotcha. Yeah, I know. I just like giving you a hard time. I have been grabbing the annual #2. Oh, okay. Smart. Oh, thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. Brad, I need to get with you after. I need to talk to you about something. I'll DM you on IG. I love all these old FF. Yeah. It's kind of like refreshing to talk about these Doom, the FF books, right? I mean, we all know about them and stuff and probably own a lot of them, but it's just like, I mean, I don't, but it's fun to talk about it rather than just like, spec on FLC stuff and new comment. I mean, I love doing that, but I get burned out sometimes, yeah, for sure. Brad Selden, what up, man? What I miss, Southpaw Brad, so many great Doom covers. I love the Iron Man where Doom is reflected in his helmet. Brad, what'd you miss? Where were you at? Furbird the Nerds channel? What's up? All right, cool. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. I'd love to do like an unboxing or or something, but I don't have much for you. I hope you enjoyed the show. It's kind of my consolation prize for not having the hot 10 tonight. I wasn't going to do this today. I was going to cut it in half and have a segment on MCM, but when Ben said that he was hurting and it was unlikely or a possibility we won't do it, I decided to put this out there. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel. People are subscribing and they're unsubscribing. I don't know if they're doing that on purpose, but I know one person did it on purpose, and it didn't make me mad. I actually thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, so if you see something, if you're a card snob or if you're a comic snob and you see a card video or if you see a comic video, don't unsub, just move on to the next. And I promise I will put out something that you will like, especially if you're into comics. I've been recording a lot of cleaning and pressing stuff, guys. So we're going to be having cleaning and pressing tutorials. And then I'm going to have a new show called Kiss of Life, Secrets of the CPR. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys secrets on if you guys want to do this stuff yourself, correct press and resubmit. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. I really appreciate you guys. Your undying support it means so much. Joe, Cosmic One, your books, they're going out finally. Okay. So if you don't receive it by New Comic Book Day, or let's just say the end of the week, I'm going to let you punch me in the face live in front of everybody on the Hot 10. Until next time. Toodaloo.